Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
Guys, I know this is going to be a huge shock for all of you, but HBO's new prequel series, House of Dragon, which is the prequel series for Game of Thrones, is going woke. We continue to hear all of these ridiculous things that the showrunners are saying, and yes, the showrunners are a bunch of male feminists, which in itself should be a huge red flag for anyone who had any sort of interest for this show. We know exactly what kind of people male feminists are. We know they are people that we shouldn't be trusting. We know that there are people that we should honestly be completely looking down upon in scorn, but now they're continuing to say all these ridiculous things time and time again about what kind of directions the HBO's Game of Thrones prequel series is going to be going, and it sounds absolutely horrific. So HBO's Game of Thrones prequel goes woke. Will explore internalized misogyny and patriarchy. This is so cringe on every single level, and yet this is, Hollywood really doesn't have any plans of changing from this anytime soon, and the ridiculous thing about this is that people are still going to go watch this, support it, and everything else. That's the most insane thing about it. HBO's upcoming series, House of Dragon, the highly anticipated prequel series to Game of Thrones, will bring woke gender politics to novelist George R.R. Martin's universe, failed universe, I would like to add, because I don't think he's ever going to be finishing that book, which is hilarious, because George R.R. Martin was someone who loved to pretend that he was some sort of master of fantasy, even more than J.R.R. Tolkien. That J.R.R. Tolkien was honestly kind of not even on the same level as George R.R. Martin in a lot of ways. That George R.R. Martin is the true father of fantasy, which is hilarious in many ways. But anyway, so this show is going to be exploring internalized misogyny, the patriarchy, and other feminist tropes. The new series follows the relationship between two women, Alicent Hightower and Rhaenyra Targaryen, who are close friends as children, but who become adversaries as adults. In an interview with IndieWire, one of the stars explained the show's feminist spin. Oh boy, great! House of the Dragon really creates a nuanced conversation of misogyny, actress Millie Alcock told IndieWire. We don't only explore it through a level of women being shut down and the patriarchy, but also go in depth about the internalized misogyny that women are constantly faced with and the competitiveness. Alicent and Rhaenyra's relationship is at the forefront of that conversation. And if you look at some of the dialogue that's going to be in the show between these women, it is cringe beyond belief. It makes you want to cringe right out of your skin. Her comments come after a media concocted backlash against Game of Thrones, which sought to portray the hit series and George R.R. Martin himself as sexist because of the series' various scenes of, rape. As a result, the creative team behind House of Dragons has been working hard to assure journalists that they will not commit the same sin, which is ridiculous because, oh my gosh, everything is just so stupid. Everything is stupid now. Everything is stupid now, okay? Everything has to be exactly like real life. Everything has to be exactly like the perspective of progressive modern day America. And if it isn't, then it is bad. That's basically where we're at now, which of course makes sense. Hollywood is very communist. They continue to push communist agendas, and that is exactly what they're going to continue to do with shows like The House of the Dragon. In an interview with Vanity Fair, House of the Dragon executive producer Sarah Hess said sexual violence will never be shown on screen, though it does occur off screen. I think what our show does. So anyway, and there's obviously, whatever. That is its own debate. The thing that I really want to focus on is this whole patriarchy ridiculous thing that they're going to continue to push with the idea that all men have internalized misogyny and women are victims and all of that type of stuff. That's exactly what we all want to see in our fantasy projects, right? On all of our fantasy shows and everything else is the fight of internalized misogyny, which is the real battle that we all are looking forward to seeing in a show full of dragons and everything else. With that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, because it gets even worse than that. Okay, so there's this is just cringe. This is just absolute cringe. It continues to get even worse than this. But the first reviews for the House of Dragons show say that fire will rain. Wow! Violent, shocking, epic. Better than Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad. HBO does it again. Oh my gosh, that's coming from the woke critics. That is what the woke critics think about this entire thing. That should tell you everything that you need to know about what kind of a show this is going to be. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.